Welcome to Scrum Prep School. My name is Lydia. Scrum Prep School is where Scrum is made simple and success is made possible. I am so excited. This is going to be a video that is really practical, and it's something that I've been wanting to share for quite some time. So I have put a break and a pause on kind of how I was planning content, and I'm creating this video because I think it is so important to share to those that are aspiring Scrum Masters, and also a reminder to those of us that are currently in the role of a Scrum Master. And it's simply the Agile values breakdown. And so this breakdown is a reminder. It is a great lesson that I've learned, some experience that I've taken away, and I think that it will help us all just to be better at what we do. So without further ado, and without a deep dive reminder, I'm just going to simply give a brief overview that the Agile values are the foundational principles that underpin the Agile Manifesto. Okay, so it's a set of guiding values and principles for Agile software development. These four values were created in response to the need for a more flexible, more adaptive approach to software development, particularly in contrast to traditional plan-driven methodologies, okay? So you might be like, I know what the values are. I know what they're all about. What are you trying to tell me? Well, I've posted here again the Agile values. There are four values. We are uncovering better ways of developing software by doing it and helping others do it. So it's in the action. Through this work, we have come to value individuals and interactions over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, responding to change over following a plan. Now, this is where the breakdown happens for us, and this is where this Scrum session stems from. That is while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. And the longer I've been in my roles, and the more I reflect, I like to go back to the basics, to these foundations, and I like to say, where is really the place that I can break down and find the substance, right? Not just what is being said, but what does it mean, and what does practical implementation look like for myself as a Scrum Master, for my team, for my organization, okay? So I'm gonna read this again. That is while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. And what I want to stress with our Agile values breakdown is that there is value on the in the items on the right. There is value in the items on the right, meaning there is value in processes and tools. There is value in comprehensive documentation. There is value in contract negotiation. There is value in having and following a plan, but there is more value in individuals and interactions, more value in working software, more value in customer collaboration, more value in responding to change. And not just that, there is more value in it and from it and because of it. And so one of the things that I want for you to envision is that we start with processes and tools. But the journey that we take, this agile journey, being an agile team, we are led into working with individuals and having interactions. We start with comprehensive documentation, and along the way, there's comprehensive documentation, but we are working to deliver working software. We begin once the contract has been negotiated, but the journey requires customer collaboration. We begin with a plan, but the journey requires that we respond to change. So the question becomes, how do we give the value And how do we give the attention and the priority to the items that are on the right without neglecting the items on the left? But furthermore, how do we give attention to the items on the left? What is more valuable without neglecting the items on the right? Okay, we want to have this wonderful working relationship. And so let's dive in really quickly. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools, meaning that this value specifically emphasizes the importance of prioritizing people and their interactions over rigid processes and tools. It recognizes that effective communication and effective collaboration among team members are essential for a project's or a product's success. Now, so one of the things that I have taken away is, what is a way to practically implement that which is valuable from the processes and tool standpoint? Well, for one, you can define the process with working agreements, a RACI. You can set clear expectations for roles and responsibilities, set realistic expectations. Identify the tools used for process management, tracking work, storing important and useful documentation like designs, diagrams, technical solutions. This is where your Jiras, and this is where your Trellos, this is where your Smart Sheets, this is where various things that are being used, Confluence. These are opportunities to use the processes and the tools to support the individuals and the interactions. Because let me tell you, at some point, those individuals and the people that you are interacting with also want to have a way of working defined. There are tools that we want to be able to reference that make our working relationship that much more productive. Moving right along, working software over comprehensive documentation, meaning that in Agile methodology, the value is again delivering a working product over extensive documentation. While documentation is necessary, we don't want to miss this. The focus should be on producing functional software that meets customer needs. So documentation is necessary. So again, with practical implementation, create comprehensive documents that support the delivery of working software. Again, technical documentation. What about minutes that capture interactive working sessions in which decisions were made? So as we're working towards this working software, we're solutioning, architects might be giving insight, whatever the case is, have those minutes, have those interactions documented so that everyone is on the same page. Also make sure that that documentation is reported in a concise manner. It provides insight to the product progress for stakeholders and for your teams. So you're using now a mindset that is agile and saying, how are we creating documentation that is, yes, comprehensive, but that also lends itself to the support of the working software that the team is building? Now, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, meaning in Agile, we are encouraged to have close collaboration with customers throughout the development process rather than relying solely on formal contracts. So again, that's not the only thing that we rely on, but it is important because this ensures that the product meets the customer expectation. So a contract might not, or will not, I will say, confirm really all the things that the customer wants to see in terms of what that interaction and collaboration will get you, but we'll have the overall agreement, right? And so practically begin the process, having done the work of signing contracts that have been created by your organization's business and legal leaders who have the expertise to ensure the partnership begins with a solid foundation. Okay, we begin with a solid foundation and then we build the relationship and collaboration. Listen, if the contract is not right, if the math does not math, as the children say, there will be a problem. So again, we do not neglect the contract. We do not neglect the importance for that negotiation, but it's not solely the point of the relationship, right? We have a contract, good. We'll see you at the end when we've done everything this contract says. No, we're going to collaborate. Finally, responding to change over following a plan, meaning that you understand that change is inevitable, prioritizes the ability to respond to change over rigidly adhering to a predefined plan. And so we're advocating for flexibility, adaptability in the face of evolving requirements and circumstances. But how can you respond to change? My question is, if you don't have a plan. In fact, sprints begin in Scrum with what? Sprint planning. And so one thing that is very practical is to create a plan that is collaborative, that is customer-centric, that is built on agile principles. Sprint planning, for example, initiates the sprint by laying out the work to be completed for the sprint. This resulting plan is created by the collaborative work of the entire team. So remember that, again, the plan in and of itself can be approached with the mindset that is agile, with the mindset that says this is not about capturing something that is rigid, set in stone, and is concrete, but it is about capturing a plan that we've collaborated on, that we've communicated about, something that has been birthed out of working together and focusing on the individuals and the interactions to ensure that the plan is reflective of what the customer wants. All right. Now, here at Scrum Prep School, we are committed, we being me, myself, and I, right now, committed to supporting you in building a strong foundation as a Scrum Master. I want to thank you for watching this video. I encourage you, I ask you to please be sure to subscribe to Scrum Prep School on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Scrum Prep School. And you can also visit scrumprepschool.com for more information. I would love to hear from you. I look forward to seeing you in our next session. Thanks again for watching.